Complete Cyrax gameplay is finally here, and we actually see at least one buff for a character already in the game. After we watch and break down this trailer, I'll go back to the first trailer that has Noob Saibot and other characters like that and talk about it a little bit, because that has gameplay as well. But I know everybody's gonna ask me what I think about the gender swapping of Cyrax and Sektor. I personally don't really care, because I already had Hanzo ripped from me becoming Kuai Liang in MK1, so I don't think any change the developers make will strike me quite as much as that one, because I'm literally using a Hanzo skin on Kuai Liang in Mortal Kombat 1. It's so weird.
Where are you?
Over here.
I will say I like the design of the robotic suit.
Fighting your foe unseen, attacking from a distance.
I don't think the yellow and green is my favorite, but Sektor's suit design, the red and green, oh, it's such a cool color palette.
They gather at the Wuxi for his wedding.
Attack his wedding. We may win the battle, but find we lose the war. No one will respect us.
Better to be feared than respected.
Oh, hell no. We are not doing a red wedding. What? Season 3, Episode 9.
It's kind of hilarious to have a Game of Thrones reference in Mortal Kombat 1. I mean, it fits the character of Johnny Cage so well. Some lore about me, my favorite show of all time is Game of Thrones. And hot take, I only think the final season is bad, and the final season is only 3 episodes. I get that season 7 runs into the issues that characters start fast traveling and stuff like that around the world, but I still think it's entertaining overall. And while we're here, my favorite movie of all time, if I had to pick one, say I was on a date and a girl asked me, I'd probably say Interstellar right now, because I've seen that movie twice in the last year. But also Godzilla -1 last year was probably my favorite movie I saw. And then my favorite anime season of all time is the first season of Tokyo Revengers. And overall favorite anime is probably just Jujutsu Kaisen, because I think the art style and the action sequences are amazing.
Season 3, Episode 9.
Alright, there's a few things to talk about right there. At first I thought we saw our very first interactable in MK1, but it actually looks like just a Cyrax ability. Notice Johnny Cage is doing his move in the wrong direction, meaning Cyrax switched sides. I wish it showed what happened before this move was pulled off, because you can actually see that Cyrax's bomb was placed before the move happened. At first I thought it was just a part of that hard knockdown, but no, you could see it over on the right side already there. So we don't know if Cyrax left it there, if it gets left there when Cyrax does the side switch. To me, it probably seems like a stance type move, because as we'll see later in the trailer, there's other special moves that Cyrax has where Cyrax leaves a bomb on the ground behind. I'll also be curious to see if the opponent has to be cornered to do that, if you need the wall, or if Cyrax can just jump off the air. Next up, with the little spinning buzzsaw with just one arm, does that not look like a Raiden MKX kind of animation? I'm trying to think of who specifically that looks like, but yeah, you just kind of like give the one arm. It would have been an electric shock with MKX Raiden, and then you can continue the combo. The flip kick just looks like a nice ender when non-amplified, and it actually doesn't push Johnny Cage too far away. With the speed of that normal string, I believe that will be a mid. It looks a little too slow to be a high. It very much reminds me of MK1 Sub-Zero's mid, if I'm being honest with you, his forward 1. So if that is the case, it's pretty nice that Cyrax will have a farther reaching mid, because in MK1, having either a far reaching mid or a Johnny Cage 9-frame mid is the way the meta goes. If you don't have that, your character usually doesn't sit higher on the meta. Next up, we have the bomb throw, which is really straightforward, and it looks like this move right here where she does the kick, that'll probably be a move similar to Reptile's overhead or Quan Chi's overhead, where charging the move up makes it a launch, and then if you don't charge it up, it's just a quick hit that doesn't actually launch that far into the bomb. It might still put the opponent airborne a little, but I bet charging it is what gives you the distance to go back and hit the bomb, and maybe a skill gap of this character will be knowing how long to charge the kick to perfectly land the opponent onto the bomb.
How long have we known each other?
Kuai
Did you
Liang.
ever believe
You vanished without explanation. Behind, my Grand Master gave me one.
you blame me for your actions?
See, right there, a teleport that left a bomb behind. There's a new cameo move. The fact that that bomb tracks. Crazy, crazy. So not gonna lie, right off rip, you could tell NetherRealm was getting smarter about designing characters because that speed of Cyrax's teleport is about the same as pre-buff Scorpion's amplified teleport cancel, and yet Cyrax gets to leave a bomb on the ground behind for 0 meter. So it does look like something, if the opponent was ready, could poke out of or take their turn, so you're not guaranteed to be backed up into the bomb on block even. And then the throw combo just works really well with it from Cyrax. Also, look at how Cyrax kind of slides on the ground after landing jump attacks. That is really nice. She kind of hovers with her little green stuff that's below her feet. And then we see the new Sub-Zero ability, which just is giving him an ice clone-like freeze. You would think this should have already been in the game, so it's a really good buff for him, and he's already played a little bit with certain characters, and he was already considered one of the more defensive cameos, and now he'll for sure be one of the most defensive cameos, and probably become the #1 pick for Kenshi players. He was already played a lot with Kenshi, but imagine now, Kenshi is really good at trying mind game players into hitting ice clone, because then you get a free Sento right there. It's crazy. Yeah, Kenshi's going to be using this cameo even more now. Then we also see what looks like could be a low starter, but also could be a very smoke-like string. You know, smoke, stand 3, stuff like that. And then we get to see the amplified bomb throw, which rolls the other direction and chases the opponent down for you. Look how much screen carry Cyrax is getting right here. And then after a period of time, detonates into a helicopter move. And then we get amplified net, which screen carries to the corner, and Cyrax dives across the screen. So we see the mid starter we saw earlier, but it actually ends in an overhead launch. Then the normal version that probably ends like mid or something. And I don't know if Cyrax automatically appears. It does look like a part of landing this move will just automatically have Cyrax teleport over to you. Then to wrap things off, it looks like Cyrax does get a low starter right here. And it looks like you might be able to fake out an overhead. And when I say fake out an overhead, it looks like you might have the option to either commit to the overhead bounce, because you see her go up in the air and then cancel an overhead launch is what I would expect, or a hard knockdown, and just fake you out into a low. So it's like a built-in 50-50 button. In the rain clip, we have another teleport and then a bomb that double hits. So I wonder if you'll have to block both on block. But it looks like just a high attack you could probably duck. So it is quite cool that, so that's an explosion. Cyrax has time to throw a second bomb, then still get a jump attack in order to relaunch with the second one. It's really, really cool overall. There's going to be a lot of tech with this character. Oh, we're about to see Sektor. I think Sektor looks great. I actually love the costume design that Sektor got in this game. It's so cool. It's like my favorite one by far.
I was wrong. Thinking
Look at that.
Worthy of that armor.
Dude, she looks badass, bro.
And my commander. Don't confuse that with being my superior.
So there's the launching overhead again.
My speed and skill are
And it looks like if you just
beyond
amplify that flip kick, all it really does is just extend the knockdown. Nothing too special. All right, show me the animality for Cyrax. I need to see it. I need to see it. Come on. Let's do it. It's a wasp. I hate wasps. I've been stung 4 times in my life, and you know what? I just am not ready for a 5th. Also, don't get me wrong, I think the Noob Saibot skin in the pre-order bonus, I think the Melina skin in the pre-order bonus, and even the Sub-Zero skin in the pre-order bonus are super cool, but Wedding Scorpion, while sick, I think it looks beautiful. The game has just prioritized Scorpion getting so many skins, which is a good thing for me, but it's like, I don't need yet another. I have so many cool ones to rock, whether it's like Deception Scorpion, MK3 Scorpion, Movie Scorpion, it's like everything I could rock at this point. point. A quick thing to note, this overhead right here could be what I was talking about before, where we saw Cyrax go into the low instead. I can't really tell when I'm watching in real time, but I'll be able to tell more when I'm editing this video. Seems like that could be it because the bomb explosion still happens like it did in the low, where Cyrax kind of tosses it up afterwards. And that's about all there is to cover for this trailer. The story, I can't talk about too much because we haven't played it. I just straight up spoil it for you. I think it looks great though, and I think Cyrax's move design, like all the abilities, are just way more fleshed out than all the original roster characters were. There's so much more to these moves. Like the idea of leaving a bomb behind on a teleport the same speed as Scorpion's original teleport cancel that costed bar, that should have been implemented with Scorpion, where maybe if he amplifies teleport, it puts ground flames behind him, that if the opponent does a move, it just automatically lights them aflame and then you get a punish. Something like that. Alright, the Chaos Reigns announcement trailer. I know a lot of you guys have seen this, but one, that Havoc skin looks sick.
I choose what is right. I hold the power. And I choose to bless all beings everywhere with anarchy.
This new Havoc is different from ours. He doesn't want freedom. He wants to burn everything down.
Sektor still looks
Let
sick to
real
me.
warriors handle this.
Oh, Jackie Briggs. That throw is kind of insane. The range on this throw is kind of nuts, you know? It's kind of nuts. So in this, you don't see near as much. We get the launch up, which is really cool looking because she uses her body, but then we do get a cancel that looks like Jackie Briggs to continue the air combo. So she'll be jumping around the map, which is great. Then right here, just kind of a normal string into a really hard knockdown. Looks like MKX Sektor a lot with that super hard knockdown, so setup characters will be kind of thriving with Sektor. And then obviously we already saw the throw, which extreme range, it's going to be hard. Kind of like Ermac's throw is just hard to get around.
My will is unbreakable.
Ooh. So we also see that, you know, Cyrax gets a little goop that just essentially stun locks the opponent, which is nice. We saw that on the Twitter post from Ed Boon as well.
The future is
Noob Saibot is so sick. I love the green they went with for all these characters. It looks so tight. I would have liked more purple with Noob Saibot. Look at that teleport. That's so sick. Clone out here doing the work.
What did Havoc do to you?
He sounds like General Grievous from the third Star Wars movie of the prequels. So, clone is a full screen launcher like that. That just might be a normal special move. We got portals.
First Shang
Oh
Tsung,
my, he's gonna
now
be
this Havoc.
launching from max range, it seems. That's tough. That's so tough. Yeah, again, these aren't complete gameplay reveals, so it's just really showing that Noob is going to be dangerous, comboing from pretty much anywhere on screen. Right here, we didn't see any launchers, but no meter was spent. I would assume at least one of these launches with meter, but also you can use cameos to launch out of these meterlessly, I would presume.
Now this Havoc.
This will be amusing.
Will the threats from these titans never cease? Tell me, how do we escape this crisis?
It disgusts me how you've corrupted the Lin Kuei.
Make no mistake, we are here because of your treachery.
So cool. I love this expansion so far. I think the art direction on a lot of these characters is really nice. I think the green looks sick.
Like scary movies?
I do like scary movies. Scream, I am hyped for. So hype. A little less hype, if I'm being honest with you. Same here. The Conan the Barbarian is like for me. But I'm still hyped, so it's what, T-1000, Conan, Scream? Those are our guest characters. Show me the animalities. I can hear the animals. So what, we got a hyena? We got the hippo? Sorry, Shang. A gorilla! T-Rex. Who's T-Rex? Wolves? No, that's Kenshi, because Sento. Scorpion. Scorpion. A pufferfish. That's Rain, right? Yeah, because it's purple and yellowish. Tan. Praying Mantis Melina is kind of wild, you know? It's kind of wild. Holy! Oh, the text is so cool looking. And there must be a giraffe, because wasn't that a giraffe skin? Or was that like a cheetah skin? I couldn't tell. Thought it was a giraffe. So, that's sick. Love all the skins as well here. Oh my, yes. Noob Saibot became my second most played character in MK11 near the latter part. It was Scarlet for a while, but then Noob Saibot was just really good. If you ever ran viewer sets against me, you knew I played Noob Saibot all the time. Ghostface is going to be so sick. I like Ghostface in Dead by Daylight, and people are wondering what Ghostface moves will even be like, and I would say look at Dead by Daylight, and it probably will be somewhat similar. That's just me taking a guess, though. That's about it for today. Subscribe if you're new. I'm sure there will be more gameplay trailers coming. Sorry if this video was a little all over the place. There was so much to cover, and it's not really a ton to go off of, so it's hard to cover it. But yeah, I'll catch you next time.